Hello and welcome to Growers Farm. My name is James and today is August the 29th. We've had a few days, we've actually had a couple of really warm days, and as a result our hay has now dried out. Tethering it has really helped. So Mark is currently going around the field and he's at the bottom end of it at the moment, but he's going around in the T6. And he is doing he's rowing up for us while we're heading around the top of the field here, and we're now doing the baling of our hay, which is great. So we've got all three of our fields have dried out nicely. We're looking at having a little bit of dry time to do this. It's fairly late in the day at the moment. For us to be starting this field, but I wanted to get this baled up before the dew set in tonight, and we're in a position where we were where we ended up with another layer of wet on this. There we go, and so yeah, we're going through and we're going around and getting this baled. I hope to get the headlands done before the end of today. And hopefully that will all then go according to plan. You can actually see Mayor's Mark coming up in the T6 now. He can move a little bit faster than we can. We're a little bit slower with this, and we have to of course stop occasionally in order to unload a bale. Fortunately, one of the nice things about this class baler is that it does have an automatic unloading setup on it. So as long as we stop, we're not going to run into any issues. Also has the nice thing of I can keep going around the field and drop the bales off exactly where I want to. So for example, with this bale, I want to drop it in this bottom corner here. It gets keeps it out of the way of where we'll be turning around and doing stuff. So we'll just drop that bale there and keep going, and yeah. So we're looking at getting a good number of bales off here as well. It's a nice big yield that we had on this field, and the fact that we haven't had any rain means none of it's rotted down at all, and we're looking pretty good. Right, let's continue on. I think we're going to have. Yeah, I can see Mark coming up behind us at the moment, so that's good. And yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty happy. We're still a week away from getting any of our harvest done. I think our next vlog will probably be a harvest vlog, because we are in a position where we're looking at getting into it. But as I said on many of these vlogs before, we are absolutely at a point now where, where with the Scottish weather, we just end up being. I think I haven't dropped my last bale. I think that's what my problem is. There he goes. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. So yeah, let Mark get past us, and yeah, it will. So it's always late up here. It's always late. Even as I said before, even in the border area where we are, Scottish borders, it is still a fairly late thing, the harvest around here. So we'll spend most of September doing the harvest, which will be good. We'll probably go into October. We'll probably do an October harvest for the potatoes, but otherwise we're in pretty good stead. I'm going to drop that bale off so that when we hit 100% in the moment, the baler is not, or the bale is nicely out of the way. There we go. And we want to drop it along this side as well. So yeah, it's really good. I'm really pleased that we've managed to get some hay. As you know, we've been struggling for that. I was hoping I wasn't going to have to buy any, and even selling some silage bales in order to to get the hay bales in was not preferable. I'd rather feed my my cows the hay that we have on the farm here, so or that we can get from the farm here. So it's quite nice to be in a position where we actually do have and are going to have a nice big collection of hay. I think we're going to get an Andersen bale collector in to collect all this up, though. That has been the demonstration that we've seen from them so far has just been utterly brilliant, and so yeah, I'm very much hoping that I can get one of those in and maybe hire one of those to get this collected. It's proving quite useful to hire that piece of equipment, but it's not it's not an expensive piece of equipment for us to hire. We can't afford to buy one. We won't be able to afford to buy one at best until after this year's harvest. Is the thing. So yeah, not in a position where we can buy it, but certainly it is very hireable for us. Right, let's drop that off as we approach 100% again, because I want to empty the baler. There we go. We can empty it along this side as well. And off we go again. Just waiting for that automatic unload to work. So I think what we're going to cover in today's vlog, well, we'll see how much we can cover in today's vlog. But I very much want to cover sort of the headlands on this. We are a little bit behind our wind-wearing tractor now. But as I said, that's not a huge problem because our wind-wearing tractor is in a position where it can move that much faster than us. And Mark will head off and do another field once he's finished here. We do have 2 other fields of hay that need rowing and baling. It's going to take us probably another day or so to get these done, which will work quite well for us. So yeah, he'll go round, he'll get that done, and we'll make sure that we get it all baled up in time, and should work quite well for us. He's started on the strips now, which is good. So he'll start getting those done. I'm hoping I'm going to get all the way up this side before I have to do this. There we go. We're going to sneak past while he's turning. Like 95%. Can I? Yeah. I want to drop the bale that we've got here. Oh, there we go. We'll have to drop the bale here. That should be fine. It's well out of his way. And ours will then empty. Right, and round we go. I want to start getting this this row here, because as you can see, he's a little bit in our way. Not sure we're gonna manage to sneak in behind him here. Come on. If we're lucky, yeah, there we go. I don't think we missed any, fortunately. But that'll just make it easier now. It's not going to meld in or anything. Oh, we're going to end up... Now, do I have a bale on the back, actually? I do. I need to drop that off before we go any further. Now, let's lift up our pickup and just bring this round. Get this out of the way in this corner here, because if we can do that, that will actually work better for us. And this is, again, one of the advantages of having a baler where we can drop the bales wherever we want to. I do really like this glass wrapper. It was a good purchase for us. It's worked well, and we managed to go quite a way then. Yeah. keep reversing up on the line. Wow, we went a really long way then. That's alright. The bale unloaded, and we've managed to get back on track. So yeah, if I don't notice that is in the middle of unloading, it really can affect us badly. But we're okay. And I said, as before, we're gonna empty this bale down this bottom corner, and that'll just keep us going. That'll keep everything sort of running smoothly to keep these bales out of the way. Also helps to group them a little bit like that. So yeah, let's just back this up and drop this off in the corner. There we go. And then we can come back in here, and it'll just keep everything nice and neat, keeping all the bales out of the path of the tractor. Is just makes a lot of sense for us. And I'm looking forward to the harvest. The harvest is should hopefully produce us a really good crop. It's been growing well. We've got a full set of fertilizer where everything's weeded. It's yeah, it's all just all should just run pretty smoothly for us, I think. And we'll get to try out our new combine, of course, which purchased earlier in the year. And in doing so, we'll be again in really good position. Right, we'll pull out here because we're full, and I want to drop this bale out of the way. And by the time we get lined back up, that bale should be good. There we are. In actual fact, we should be able to drop out that other bale down this corner here as well. I think that'd be a good idea. Keep it out of the way. Like so. There we go. Another bale successfully dropped. And this baler drops these so gently that rarely do we ever get a roll on the hills or on the slopes that we have around here. Works just so very well for us. That now we're getting into the field itself, we should be in a great position to not have to worry about exactly where we drop a bale anymore. We're just able to drop a bale pretty much as soon as it comes out for us. And yeah, our mix of Class and New Holland stuff on here has really worked well for us in the last few months. I'm quite happy with this combination. Let's lift that up. There we go. And down again, and we'll drop that bale almost immediately. And head down the far end of the field. Perfect. Really pleased with this. This is just all working in absolute tandem, working brilliantly for us to be able to get the most out of our bales, most out of our hay here. We do have a few bits that the rower seems to be missing. In fact, the rower seems to be he seems to be creating sort of double rows, which is an interesting technique on his part. I think he must be misjudging that slightly on the width, but I'm not too fussed. You know, it saves the number of rows we have to go. So he's actually, in doing the double rowing, it should allow us to catch up a bit. Because of course it means that these piles are slightly higher. Yes, we do have a little bit more left on the field than I'd like, but yeah, I'm not too fussed about that. It's a small bit and seems to be going quite well. Yeah, and you can see it's think he's slightly off course, I think. But otherwise it's good. And we are absolutely zipping it through this field now. Really motoring. I'm very happy. This pole on our weight is quite useful as well for lining us up with the rest of the field. It's or with these rows. Oop. Lift up. One of the other advantages of the way this unloads is if we overshoot like we did just then, because it loads it into the back section, doesn't immediately place it on the field, we can reverse up and then unload the bale once we've got ourselves repositioned. So useful for not missing stuff. Just means that we get in this great position of being able to back up and be able to then go. So there, perfect example. Be able to back up, get ourselves back in place. By the time we're back in place, that's unloaded the bale. We can drop the bale off the back, put down our pickup again, and away we go. And you can see here we're not going to be that far behind now. We're going to be right next to where the rower is, and yeah, that's going to help us massively. We're going to make a huge difference on here. And I don't think I think what we're missing here is not going to amount to even a full bale. I think it's going to amount to much less than a bale. So I'm fully on board with what Mark's doing and sort of trying to gather up stuff to do as fewer rows as possible, because as I said, he knows that we are running at a slower pace than he is. So making these double rows will absolutely help. And again, there we go. Unload that. Just double check that, and that will then unload that. And so we need to make sure though, if we're following on that second pass, because right now if we start going along that pass there, we're gonna have a problem, because of course he's coming along and he is now rowing that second pass in. So we are in a position where we need to wait for him to complete his row, and then if we can get into some sort of sync that way, that will work quite well for us. But he's quite a way behind at the moment. So I'm just gonna pop out here. And yeah, we just need to wait a bit. So we want to be running about the same speed. So I'm going to put this down here, and we'll see. You see, he's heading off quicker than we are. And if we can stay at sort of this distance, then we'll come back this way when he does, and then we'll then have to wait at the far end for him to turn around. So we want to be basically about half the speed he is to keep up the right distance. And we kind of are, because we're having to stop every so often in order to do this. And yeah, we're getting about halfway down the field at the same time as he is he's moving. And you can see he's on the way back. And we will now follow that row. At least once we've got this one unloaded. It's a good number of bales on here. I am pleased with this. We're gonna be nicely stocked up. I was really, really worried going into autumn that we weren't going to have enough dry days to get this right and to get the number of hay bales that we needed for the cows for this year. But this is looking good. This is looking like we might actually be going into the next year in a really good situation. And as a result, yeah, have plenty and certainly plenty of hay until spring. And get through, and then maybe get a cut of hay come springtime if we're fortunate enough with the weather. I don't think we're going to get another cut of grass this year, and we might get a late cut to get some silage bales off. But to be perfectly honest, we are absolutely swimming in silage bales at the moment. I'm not in need of any more of those for now. There we go. Let that empty. And again, we're going to be we're just going to be sitting here at the other end for a minute. He's got to the other end, so he's not going to be far behind. But at the same time, we are going to be sitting here for a moment. And this is the thing. We've caught up now, and we've not got that much further to go for this. So we'll let him catch up. There he is. Stay out of his way. And now we can get in and get this going again. Right, and away we go. So yeah, he will overtake us fairly quickly, especially as I have left my pickup up. Too busy watching what Mark's doing, not actually paying attention to what I'm doing. Not a good thing. You need to make sure that you are you're fully paying attention when doing this kind of stuff. Not far from the end of the field though. This really, really good. Great number of bales on here. Not sure how many we've got, but we've got a good number. I'm satisfied with this. Right, away we go. He's collecting up that row. So ideally, he wants to be almost back where we are at the start here by the time that we are that we're getting down here. We should be all right for that, though. I think. Yeah, there we go. 98%. So this is going to take not too much, and he is he is getting towards the end of the field now. 99, 100, perfect. That's unloading. We're not going to immediately unload the bale there. I want to move into the row a little bit first, and then we can drop the bale off. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And we'll drop this bale off almost immediately as well. We're getting a decent number of bales from here. Really decent number of bales. And Mark's already turning around and coming back. Yeah, not that much left. There he is. Yeah, he's leaving a little bit of a pile at the end here. But nothing that we can't handle, especially if we pop in here like this. Let's just go around like that and see if we can keep pace a little bit now. So it's getting smaller and smaller as he gets closer and closer to the end of the field. And of course, this is the moment he pulls ahead every time. Is when we have to get these bales unloaded. He's not that far, and we are actually able to turn around fairly quickly ourselves. And we're right behind the tractor now. Right behind where he is. But I reckon he's only got maybe 2 or 3 rows left. There we go. So we'll unload this. I think we forgot to unload a bale. That's alright. We'll just put 2 close to each other. There we are. And unload the other one. Right, he's going to be a moment coming back. And actually, that gives you a good idea of how we're doing on here. We are on to the final couple of rows. I'm going to leave this here because we've got this field done now. Yeah, I hope this is. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Thank you for watching. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from the farm, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.